Hello and namaste everyone. Let's talk about mental health coping mechanism. Coping mechanisms are the strategies people often use in the face of stress and/or trauma to help manage painful or difficult emotions. Coping mechanisms can help people adjust to stressful events while helping them maintain their emotional well-being. Significant events, whether positive or negative, can cause psychological stress. To adjust to the stress, people may utilize some combination of behavior, thought, and emotion depending on the situation. People may use coping mechanisms for stress management or to cope with anger, loneliness, anxiety, or depression. The use of effective coping skills can often help improve mental and emotional well-being. People who are able to adjust to stressful or traumatic situations through productive coping mechanisms may be less likely to experience anxiety, depression, and other mental health concerns as a result of painful or challenging events. Coping means to invest one's own conscious effort to solve personal and interpersonal problems in order to try to master, minimize, or tolerate stress and conflict. Globally, there are three mechanisms or strategies in coping. Number one, appraisal-focused coping strategies. Directed towards challenging your own assumptions and modifying the way you think, this may include distancing yourself from the problem or challenge, altering goals and values, or identifying the humor in the situation to bring a positive spin. Number two, problem-focused strategies. Directed towards reducing or eliminating a stressor or the cause of a problem. This includes finding out more information about the issue, learning new skills to manage it, or evaluating the pros and cons of the alternatives. Number three, emotion-focused strategies. Directed towards reducing or preventing your own emotional reaction. This includes managing feelings by finding methods of release or distraction, such as seeking social support or using relaxation techniques. Commonly used coping mechanisms. More commonly used adaptive coping mechanisms are: number one, support. Talking about a stressful event with a supportive person can be an effective way to manage stress. Seeking external support instead of self-isolating and internalizing the effects of stress can greatly reduce negative effects of a difficult situation. Number two, relaxation. Any number of relaxing activities can help people cope with stress. Relaxing activities may include practicing meditation, progressive muscle relaxation, or other calming techniques, sitting in nature, or listening to soft music. Number three, problem solving. This coping mechanism involves identifying a problem that is causing stress, then developing and putting into action of some potential solution for effectively managing it. Number four, humor. Making light of a stressful situation may help people maintain perspective and prevent the situation from becoming overwhelming. Number five, physical activity. Exercise can serve as a natural and healthy form of stress relief. Running, yoga, swimming, walking, dance, team sports, and many other types of physical activity can help people cope with stress and the after effects of traumatic events. Number six, manage feelings. Find a safe and controlled way to acknowledge and express your difficult emotions. For example, talking to a friend, getting physical exercise, or practicing yoga or meditation. If your symptoms are severe and interfering with your ability to function, contact a mental health professional. Above all, think about how you would respond to a friend struggling in this situation and apply that same compassion and advice to yourself. Then turn it towards others. Number seven, be realistic. It is not realistic to think you can do it all. Homeschool your kids, work full-time from home, maintain a perfect household, and take care of yourself and others. The drawbacks of perfectionism are well known, so try prioritizing one or two things and let the others slide a little. Take time out for self-care. Focus on your high priority items and do not expect too much of yourself. Distinguish between things you can control and things you cannot. Can you go out for a walk in the fresh air and sunshine? Then do that every day. Are you able to catch up on sleep a bit? Our society is so chronically sleep deprived, this is a great opportunity to get some needed rest. Number 9. Keep routines. Catching up on sleep is great, but it would be better not to sleep until noon every day. Keep your schedules and routines much as they were before, with notification to suit your new routine. Have set time to work, set time for meals, activities, and a relatively regular bedtime. Number 10. Keep physical, not social distance from others. It is easy to become socially isolated when we are advised to keep away from others, especially for people who live alone. Make a special effort to keep in touch with family, friends, and colleagues. The health benefits of social support are many. Common maladaptive coping mechanisms. Number 1. Escape. To cope with anxiety or stress, some people may withdraw from friends and become socially isolated. They may absorb themselves in a solitary activity such as watching television, reading, or spending time online. Some self-soothing behaviors are healthy in moderation but may turn into an unhealthy addiction if it becomes a habit to use them to self-soothe. Some examples of unhealthy self-soothing could include: Number 1. Overeating. Number 2. Binge drinking. Number 3. Excessive use of internet or video games. Number 3. Numbing. Some self-soothing behaviors may become numbing behaviors. When a person engages in numbing behavior, they are often aware of what they are doing and may seek out an activity that will help them drown out or override their distress. People may seek to numb their stress by eating junk food, excessive alcohol use, or using drugs. Number 4. Compulsions and risk-taking. Stress can cause some people to seek an adrenaline rush through compulsive or risk-taking behaviors such as gambling, unsafe sex, experimenting with drugs, theft, or reckless driving. Number 5. Self-harm. People may engage in self-harming behaviors to cope with extreme stress or trauma. Unhealthy coping skills to avoid. Just because a strategy helps you endure emotional pain, it doesn't mean it's healthy. Some coping skills could create bigger problems in your life. Some examples of unhealthy coping skills. Number 1. Drinking alcohol or using drugs. Substances may temporarily numb your pain, but they won't resolve your issues. Substances are likely to introduce new problems into your life. Number 2. Overeating. Food is a common coping strategy, but trying to stuff your feelings with food can lead to an unhealthy relationship with food and weight issues. Sometimes people go to the other extreme and restrict their eating because it makes them feel more in control, and clearly that can be just as unhealthy. Number 3. Sleeping too much. Whether you take a nap when you are stressed out or you sleep late to avoid facing the day, sleeping offers a temporary escape from your problems. However, when you wake up, the problems will still be there. Number 4. Venting to others. Talking about your problems so that you can gain support, develop a solution, or see a problem in a different way can be healthy. But studies show repeatedly venting to people about how bad your situation is or how terrible you feel is more likely to keep you stuck in a place of pain. Number 5. Overspending. While many people say they enjoy retail therapy as a way to feel better, shopping can become unhealthy. Owning too much possession can add stress to your life. Also, spending more than you can afford will only backfire in the end and cause more stress. Number 6. Avoiding things. Even healthy coping strategy can become unhealthy if you are using them to avoid the problem. For example, if you are stressed about your financial situation, you might be tempted to spend time with friends that's less anxiety-provoking than creating a budget. But if you never resolve your financial issues, your coping strategies are only masking the problems. So sometimes facing things also helps you to solve them. Find what works for you. The coping strategies that work for someone else might not work for you. Going for a walk might help your partner calm down, but you might find going for a walk when you are angry causes you think more about why you are mad and it fuels your angry feelings. So you might decide watching a funny video for a few minutes help you relax. It's important to develop your own toolkit of coping skills that you will find useful. You may need to experiment with a variety of coping strategies to help you discover which ones work best for you. You might find that certain coping strategies work best for specific issues or emotions. Help loved ones cope. Helping a loved one that is under a lot of stress can be challenging, especially when you can't help them take on the stressors themselves. There are still many ways that you can be helpful and supportive. Number 1. Active listening is about listening instead of just passively hearing. Be open-minded and engaged in what they have to say. Number 2. Empathy is key in active listening. Number 3. Helping in unexpected ways. Your loved ones might not need help solving the stressors in their life, but might appreciate help with all the little things that stack up, like cooking, cleaning, errands, or appointments. Number 4. Reaching out can be important to remind someone that you love them and are there to support them. Let them know that you are available to help them while still respecting their boundaries. But not all coping skills are created equal. Sometimes it's tempting to engage in strategies that will give quick relief but might create bigger problems for you down the road. It's important to establish healthy coping skills that will help you reduce your emotional distress or rid yourself of the stressful situation you face. Digital mechanism to support and promote mental health and illness. Webinars. A major advantage of holding webinars is that it can target a large number of people, and also that being a virtual meeting, it will adhere to all safety protocols. Webinars can be an excellent medium to spread awareness as well as train people. Webinars can be used as a medium to get together people that need help. Digital posters. In keeping with COVID-19 protocols, physically meeting and counseling is not possible. Hence, the digital platform can be used to spread awareness on forms of posters and art. Podcasts. Podcasts can be used as a medium to help people become aware of mental health issues as well as help those who are dealing with mental health issues. Social media platforms. With people spending most of their time on social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Clubhouse, and LinkedIn, they can be used to spread awareness to a lot of people. It will encourage people to be open about talking about mental health issues as well as remove the stigmas associated with mental health. Media sharing platforms like YouTube, Spotify, and Vimeo can also be used. Helpline in case of Nepal. There are currently 3 helplines that offer help with psychological problems. Visit Tribhuvan University Teaching Hospital Suicide Hotline and Patan Hospital Crisis Helpline for Suicide Prevention operate 24 hours. TPO provides helpline services between Mondays to Friday from 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Patan Hospital Helpline for Suicide Prevention 9813-476123. TPO Nepal Crisis Hotline 1600102005. TUTS Suicide Hotline 9840022160. Thank you.